Back to the daily grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
It's your boy Taco Bell Wani, and this is the straw that broke the camel's back. McNuggets is officially a McAsshole. 3 different UFC fights have now been canceled at UFC 223, all because of Conor McGregor's wild bus incident, where Conor McGregor was allegedly responding to Khabib Nurmagomedov's team, confronting Artem Lobov and one other guy. You know, they were outnumbered. Khabib confronted Conor McGregor's teammate, or are they more than teammates? Hell, I mean, usually you don't see people riding this hard for even if it's just their teammate, you know what I'm saying? Like, Colby Covington and Jorge Masvidal are teammates. If somebody comes in Colby Covington, you don't see Jorge Masvidal fucking bringing the whole pack like, y'all leave Colby alone. Even though it's a different situation, I'm just saying. That's for something funny that was pointed out earlier. Like, yo, Conor's going pretty hard for Artem. Pause. Either way, yo, let's get back into this, man. 3 fights have been canceled. Now, originally, let me do this because I told you guys just like an hour ago the Michael Chiesa fight was still on. Well, that's because that was reported by MMA Fighting. See, it says Michael Chiesa to compete at UFC 223. This was reported by Ariel Helwani. Well, much to our surprise, Michael Chiesa has actually taken to Twitter and revealed his fight versus Anthony Pettis has been canceled. So, originally, it looked like Michael Chiesa might have just had some scratches, but for whatever reason, it looks like the fight's actually canceled. And I think this might be Michael Chiesa like, wait. If I still fight, I can't sue Conor McGregor. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, right now, Conor McGregor is already looking at some lawsuits Dana White's revealed, but they could be from these fighters that got injured. You know, Michael Chiesa, he's a guy that now he's losing wages, injury, medical expenses. I could easily see not only Michael Chiesa, but Ray Borg, another fighter who was injured in this situation. Supposedly glass got into Ray Borg's eye, which is why his fight's canceled versus Brandon Moreno. Also, this broken glass and stuff is all going to fall back on Conor McGregor. Now, luckily, none of the women on the van were injured. Rose Namajunas was little mentally shaken up. They said she got off the bus and she seemed shaken up and she just walked away. So, you know, luckily, Rose Namajunas didn't get physically injured in the co-main event to where she can't fight on the card because one of these fucking thugs threw a damn dolly through a window. Dollies are heavy as fuck, bro. The original video I saw, Conor McGregor just picked up a partition and kind of looked like he missed. But in the video on TMZ that you can't really play because it's TMZ's footage, you actually see the inside of the van, and you also see like when a different angle where Conor McGregor actually, it's like a fucking dolly, a big heavy ass, boom, metal ass, and that's what probably broke the window behind Michael Chiesa, which caused these couple of injuries. Because one window from one angle was just cracked, and one other window was entirely busted out, and that's the one that looks like it did a lot of the damage. And that's what Conor McGregor being sued. You know, he was talking about how Floyd Mayweather's broke and stuff like that. Well, Conor McGregor, if he gets sued and loses a lot of his money, he's going to be needing some paychecks himself. He might need to fight Khabib in Russia. He might need to fight Floyd Mayweather again. You know, a lot of people thought Floyd Mayweather needed to fight Conor because he was going broke because of his taxes. Well, a couple lawsuits took Conor McGregor's way, and he's going to have to get right back in that octagon too, even if the world is against him and he has to go all the way to Russia to fight Khabib, which is where all this stemmed from. Because I feel like, yo, you can just see it. The whole world is turning on Conor. I mean, at first, I admired the loyalty because it's like, yo, he's riding for his, you know, his homie, his brother, his teammate. But then when you realize now 3 fights have been canceled, women were almost injured, and I know that sounds weird because it's like, you know, as a man, you don't want to see any woman injured between some bullshit. But at the same time, this is 2018, and with all of this other stuff going on, it just feels weird to say you don't want to see a woman injured because it doesn't feel like that's equal. All right, that's another topic for another day. But either way, 3 fights have been canceled. People, innocent people were almost, we'll just say fucking innocent people, fuck a woman. Innocent people were almost injured because of this incident. And to be fair, a lot of people have pointed out, yo, Conor McGregor could have, you know, put it on contract. You know what I'm saying? He could have fought Khabib in the octagon. He didn't have to do this and almost hurt innocent people. But you know what they say, cocaine is a hell of a drug. And Conor McGregor, we've seen him amped up, riled up. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you shot to necessarily test for that off season. I'm pretty sure they don't actually. But One other thing I want to do before we get out of here is make a quick comparison while we're talking about cocaine being a hell of a drug to John Jones, another UFC fighter that was at the top of the world, biggest fighter at the time, one of the biggest stars, and we saw what happened when he started getting into being too big. Dana White said this, it always happens. People, you know, they're young, they get all this money, they don't know how to handle it, it goes to their head. Boom. It's looking like this is happening now with Conor McGregor as well. The difference is Conor McGregor hasn't really tested positive for cocaine, so all you can do is really make an assumption, you know, but I think it's a fair assumption, man. Conor McGregor's acting out of his character, and I don't see Conor McGregor in a right mind, in a sober mind, really throwing a fucking dolly through a window with a bunch of innocent people. I don't think it's because he's that gangster, like, man, fuck everybody in here, I don't care about any innocent people. It's got to be something, you know, and Dana White even alluded to this himself. It really seems like something. It could be drugs, who knows. So with that being said, I hope everything, you know, we already lost 3 fights, man. I hope Conor's, as much as everyone's starting to hate Conor, I hope the dude gets shit under control, man. You don't want to see Conor spiraling off into some deep end and, you know, some drug fueled, getting himself into trouble, going to, who knows what all can happen, man. But that's just worst case scenario. We're going to avoid that until if it fucking happens. Hopefully not. With that being said, Michael Chiesa versus Anthony Pettis, Ray Borg versus Brandon Moreno, and Artem Lobov versus Alex Caceres has all been canceled. Michael Chiesa and Ray Borg suffered injuries from the broken glass, it looks like, and Artem Lobov, his fight got canceled due to his involvement in this whole scenario. He's Conor McGregor's teammate, he's involved, so he got pulled for that reason. All 3 of these fights have been canceled. You have to think now what happens to their opponents. They haven't weighed in yet. Does this mean their opponents don't get their money? All 3 of these guys should get their money because they weren't involved in this hell, including the guys that were injured. They should get their money because it's not their reason they're injured. Can everybody here fucking sue Conor McGregor for lost wages? For being, you know what I'm saying, emotional distress? Rose Namajunas, can she sue Conor McGregor for emotional distress? For being on that bus? You know what I'm saying? That shit really happens. People sue for stuff like that. And with that being said, it is what it is, man. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. I'll keep you guys updated tomorrow. I'm going to get some other stuff done. But I want to know, are these guys getting paid? Just their show money? That's another conversation for another day. Do they get their win money? You know what I'm saying? All of these people showed up expecting to get their show and their win money. As of right now, they're hoping for their show money. Their win money's out of the question, and they might not get their show money because these fights have been canceled. That would be insane. That could mean these guys sue Conor. Who knows? This is all madness. It's been madness for like the last 3 or 4 days straight, ever since the Tony Ferguson injury. All of this stuff, man. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. Big drama show. I'm out. Oh, and P.S. one other quick thing I wanted to point out, since this is possibly the last video of the night, is all of this madness is on the heels of Dana White announcing Brock Lesnar's return to the UFC. Also, CM Punk versus Mike Jackson was just made official. So we've got this big drama show going on in the fucking real world, you know, and then we don't even need these WWE pussies, you know what I'm saying? You know, no disrespect, but we got enough drama going on in our life. We don't need Brock and CM anymore. With that being said, it is what it is. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. I'm out. And as always, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOWG.